Sagittarius, hi. Welcome to your reading. A lot is going on, okay? It almost feels like, where do we even start with this message? Now, most of you are probably new. Some of you might be returning, but in any case, welcome. Happy to have you here on the channel Danger Cat Tarot. My name is Amanda, and right now it appears I am casting two shadows. Okay, that's very interesting. I just noticed that right before we turned on the camera. So maybe there's something about Gemini energy. Okay, or Pisces energy, kind of like the dualistic signs. We might circle back around to that, okay? But Sagittarius, so much is happening for you. And before we get really into the message, I'm a Sagittarius rising. I have Neptune on the ascendant, conjunct the galactic center, which is quite intense because I feel this energy moving through me. Okay, so I'm there with you guys. All right. Everything is going to be okay. And more than that, it's going to be more than okay, Sagittarius. It feels hard to contain all of this energy that I feel. It's like, it just feels like you contain this multitude of possibility, right? It's that Jupiterian expansiveness that wants to be everywhere and see everything and do everything all at once. To feel everything, to know everything. But Saturn is in Pisces, squaring your sign, and it's like very much a blessing in disguise to have to take those big ideas of yours and turn them into reality. Right? Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. By the way, this is a little stuffed cat my best friend just gave me, and she's a Sagittarius. Her sun is conjunct my Jupiter in Sag. Exactly. And she just gave this to me today after a doctor's appointment I had. Anyway, that's really sweet. But it's really nice to have... It's really nice to feel supported, and I feel like even though maybe it's tough to ground some things into reality, that it's also very satisfying to be like, I did that. I can do this, whatever this is. So, Sagittarius, I have pulled some cards just to kind of build off of your reading with, and it definitely ties in with what we've already been talking about. So, we have the card here of you're already doing it. Don't rush. You are moving at exactly the right speed for whatever it is that you have been wanting to create. And I feel like you know this. You know that, what do they say? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. It's that kind of energy. Stop overthinking it. Keep facing your true north. There are two cards here, in fact, that are about the seeds that you have planted. Okay. And what you have planted soon blossoming. The other card here, I'm sorry if you hear somebody's, I think that's a lawnmower out there. I don't know. Is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. It says, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. This is about the quiet dedication, all of those things that we do behind closed doors that people don't see. All of the times when it feels like nothing's happening, but really that's when a lot is happening before your manifestation really bursts forth. And so many of you may have been spending a lot of time in quiet reflection. I know I have been drawn to spend more time observing and kind of just like listening in silence to spirit, versus like sharing messages, because it feels like just so much is in flux right now. The next two cards are quite exciting. We have the initiation with the portal. There's a rite of passage, the crossing of a threshold here. This card talks about how a lot of sacred initiation chambers will tend to look scary, intimidating from the outside, but they can be stunningly beautiful on the inside, which is a sort of metaphor for this initiation process, right? On the outside, it looks like hardship. It looks like grief. It looks like difficult experiences that crack our hearts open so that we can be more authentically ourselves. So whatever difficulty you have experienced or that is coming up for you again, it serves a greater purpose. It is opening up into something amazing. It says, yes, you are being tested. You are in the process of facing what scares you. And through all of this, through all of these seeds that you've planted, through the foundation that you've laid, through this initiation process that has been both slow and fast at times over whatever length of time you've been experiencing this, you come to the portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards wildcard. This is where Spirit is saying yes. Okay? It's saying everything is possible. All of those seeds that you've planted are going to be blooming. Opportunities present themselves that weren't there before, and now suddenly it's like you're the star of the show, Sag. Suddenly what you have, everyone wants. Okay? It's like if you felt like you were an outsider or an outlier in some way before, it's like, no, not anymore. And that's where this is all leading you. It's not for nothing. Okay? So, the other message here, it started with the Wheel of Fortune. I was just looking at getting into your energy a little bit more. The Wheel of Fortune, you may know, is Jupiter, which is Sagittarian's ruler. And it's like things are changing for you. Your fortune is increasing. The Emperor with the Hermit. I don't know, it's like taking leadership over your life. You've done a lot of inner work. But along with what's going on with you, I feel there's somebody on the periphery who has an eye on you, as is often the case when you are in the process of moving up in life, right? Moving up in life. Anyway, sounds kind of silly when I say it out loud. But somebody has an eye on you. There is somebody here with a cup of love who's keeping an eye on you. This person, if they were previously sort of inactive, like if this was somebody that you've had a falling out with in the past, they are wanting to kind of let go of the old, maybe grudges, whatever they've been holding on to from the past with you. There's this kind of like new peaking of interest when it comes to what you are doing. Like somebody is very, very concerned. I'm hearing they're concerned about what you have going on. And there's something here that did not work out for this person. Okay. Could be an earth sign, a King of Pentacles type, but you could feel like this person did you wrong, but now they are in this period where they're feeling unsuccessful in their life in some way, perhaps work, perhaps when it comes to another relationship. But they see you, Sag, as the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Like, you got it going on. All right. You're attractive. You've got the money. You have the happiness. There's somebody who just like, it's like you have this sense of like discipline, of purpose in your life. You're working with that Saturn energy. All right. Not like falling to pieces underneath it. Underneath the weight of whatever, of this energy that you've been moving through. Somebody's very like, how are you doing this? You know, how is Sagittarius like coming out on top? They want a little bit of what you got. And I don't know who this person is to you. If they deserve a place in your life, I'm just saying that you do have somebody looking at you. Okay, so Sagittarius, we're going to go into this a little bit more. We're going to look at where this is all kind of like leading you. Okay. I'm going to create a custom spread and we will look into these energies a little bit further. All right, Sag, we are back, and what we're going to be looking at for you is what hardships have you moved through? What seeds have you planted along your path? What part are you meant to play in the divine plan that you are part of? As well as what is the opportunity that is going to be available to you now that you have this sort of Midas touch? I do want to look at maybe the person that is in your energy, since I do feel like you're being observed, and I feel like it could be by more than one person. You might even have some sort of a public presence, so many eyes could be on you. But yeah, we'll see what if something wants to come out about that. So yeah, let me get some cards out. I think I might speed this part up so that you all don't have to wait through all of my shuffling, okay? Okay, Sag, we're back. Wow, what a reading. I mean, this one really feels like a doozy, like emotionally, and as far as whatever's going on with you, it feels like just like a lot. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the hardship that you have moved through. So the tarot cards we got are the Devil with the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords here. If you hear a bunch of noise or like people banging around, I'm sorry. It's kind of one of those noisy days, but I feel like this reading needs to get done. So bear with me. Thank you so much for your patience. This is being clarified by a leg up with heel the ouch. Okay. I feel like there's a lot here about burning yourself out. Of being afraid to ask for help. Maybe you feel like you're, I don't know, like you don't want help, like you're unworthy of it in some way. But there seems to be an issue here when it comes to interdependence with others. When it comes to your sense of being able to be vulnerable, to ask for help, to speak up about your needs. This card says you need others as much as they need you. This, I feel like for a lot of you, this can come from a past where you felt unsupported. There might be people that you feel a sense of resentment toward in your life. They weren't there for you. They made you feel as though you had to do everything yourself, that you were the one to take responsibility, okay? The Devil's Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy is I take responsibility. It's a lot. It's not nearly, maybe you have some Capricorn in your chart, but it's not nearly as good as asking for help as, say, like Cancer. You're the opposite sign to Capricorn. Archetypically is. Gosh, is that how you say that? Archetypically? Anyway. But this is talking about, what do they say? Like, hyper independence is a trauma response. And that's what I feel like we're dealing with here. There are ways that you have just done things for a long time, not wanting to rely on help, wanting to do it all yourself, facing burnout, It just looks like you're exhausted. And the issues that this not wanting to ask for help or like have this sort of interdependence with other people, how you're dealing with it here is not by, well, in the past at least, it was not by like really processing it. It was more like just mentally detaching. Being like, I don't need to deal with that. Maybe you have some Aquarius in your chart too. Some air. Okay, but it's like, nope, not for me. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you, Sag. It's like, I can take this all on my shoulders. And that is what is being healed here. Is this feeling of not maybe deserving help. And I'm going back to when I was talking at the beginning of the reading about this little cat that my friend got me and how nice it is to be supported. And like that almost making me cry, that's what that is like, wow, I can actually be supported. And I feel like you're working through this hyper independence that you have dealt with. Okay. So, the seeds that you have planted along your path of authenticity. We have the Hanged Man with the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Okay. And to go with that, magic prayer and protecting treasure. I see a lot here about your visions. Now, whether or not you felt as though you were going to go down one particular path, you've always had at least several, I feel like you've had multiple different visions for how your life could go, or like the things that you can accomplish and do. Especially when it comes to your long-term happiness, your future, your finances, your sense of romance, your sense of infusing whatever it is that you're doing with that sense of romance. You know, this Hanged Man with the magic prayer is like, it really goes together. Okay, that is that Neptunian energy of speaking, you know, like this could be something that you've prayed about, prayed to spirit, God, source, your higher power, whoever that is. But it's like you've been consciously looking for a change and speaking it to your higher power. And at the same time, it's like whatever that you have already invested in, I feel as though you're like, well, I don't want to like lose out on what I already have. Okay, we have the card here of protecting treasure. Because this does talk about this being a time of great risk. So it's not like you don't have anything to lose when you go down a new path, for example, or, you know, take up some grand vision that you have for yourself. You're like, well, I don't want to lose what I already have. That's kind of like the thing here. And this is saying that you are always protected and divinely directed. It says, a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. You are not alone. You have spirit here, and you have no need to fear. So you have been planting these seeds. Maybe it's not been towards one thing in particular. Maybe it's been towards an overall kind of vision of how you want to feel in your life. But this has been a request that you have put out into the universe, and you've just been waiting for it to come back to you in the form of your manifestation realized. Okay. So the part you are meant to play in the divine plan that you are part of is the Emperor with the Chariot and the Eight of Pentacles. We also have Wishing Well and Ghostlands. Okay. Well, I see you being in charge, first of all. The Emperor is the master of the physical realm, okay? Sorry, being a little dramatic there. The master of the physical realm. I say this happens over here, I say that happens over there. It shall be, I have spoken. All right, anyway, Chariot card is that harnessing of your emotions and your direction, okay? This is like that conquering energy to make progress. Eight of Pentacles, something about mastery here, mastering a skill. All right, and it's like you've already put your request out there into the universe for this kind of success that you want to achieve. It's like the wishing well. You've put your wish into the well. Your desire has been noted by spirit, source. And there is the presence of unseen forces here, enabling your new beginning. This is about going with the flow of where the energy is naturally taking you. And Sagittarius, I feel like where the energy is taking you is to somewhere amazing, where you're going to feel this sense of just like integration with your life that you may have never have felt before. Excuse me, I'm a little bit tired today. But yeah, it's like You're meant to be in charge, Sag. That's what I can say. You're meant to be in charge. You might have employees. And then this Ghostlands card talks about, well, living in the here and now while also learning from the past and imagining a beautiful future. So this is talking about your experience in the past. It's great to learn from that, reflect on it from time to time, but not be living in the past. Also not be living in the future. The Emperor is a very present in the moment energy. It has to be. It can't be just like off in la la land, right? It has to deal with what is going on presently. And the now is indeed the most powerful place to put your attention. That is the most active energy field. I mean, we can always be manifesting forward into the future. Indeed, you have been and you are, but you know, maybe in the past you were more in this hangman energy of like, well, this could happen and this could happen, but it's like, this is a much more like honed in on the actual trajectory that you are moving on toward, okay? So the next question is, what is the opportunity or opportunities that will be available to you? And there's a little bit of a twist here before we get into like this person that has kind of got their eye on you, or people. So the opportunity, okay, let me just show you the cards. The Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like there's something that you may have been doing for a while. And out of that, you might be wanting to invest, to expand some sort of business perhaps. There's something here about that, expanding a business or expanding a skill and investing in some way. But if you have a firm, rigid idea about that, about how that's going to happen, Spirit has other plans here, okay? Because we have the card Not For You with flexible and no place like home, okay? Now, Not For You is just saying that there is something here that's not going to play out exactly as you maybe envisioned it. I don't know what this is for you, but this card tells you that there is a clear knowing that something is being denied you, and to not chase after what flees from you, whether that's an opportunity, whether that's like you want to expand a business and you're just not finding the right facility to, you know, house your business, for example. Say maybe you worked alone previously, you might be thinking of, well, I want to expand this and get a bigger building and then hire employees for this particular thing, but that's not what's necessarily going to be working out. And Spirit says be flexible, be teachable, be open-minded, open to new experiences here. This is about being adaptable without compromising what's most important to you, with being flexible. And then we have here No Place Like Home, which is saying that whatever the opportunity that is right for you here, it could be actually working from home, all right? Maybe you did not consider that as a possibility before. But this is like something that is more authentic to you, right? Some place where you feel at home, where you feel comfortable in your own skin, a place that you just fit. All right, so whether that is a person, a job opportunity, it looks very well like it could have to do with investments, but it doesn't have to be. It's just saying that there's something else here that Spirit wants you to be open to when it comes to the opportunities. Maybe it's going to be a little bit different than you'd imagined it. Getting tired here. All right, so last but not least, there's a person in your energy. And this is kind of wow. It's kind of wow. Because I'm asking about this person. I have the Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. You may have had an ending with this person. Okay. I see that, and especially with these 4 cards that came out for you. We have Come to the Edge, Higher Power, Unfinished Symphony, and Loyal Heart. You may have been betrayed by this person. This is going to be different for each of you. But there's something that is sparking their interest anew. This person could come in like a bat out of hell. I'm just hearing that. But Come to the Edge here suggests that this person is willing to take a leap of faith. This talks about overcoming fear and accepting risk. So maybe we'll clarify this part of the reading just a little bit. But then we have the card of Higher Power, which makes me feel as though this person is seeing things. They might be having a spiritual awakening, but they're seeing things from a higher perspective. Maybe they are coming to realize that they are in fact an immortal soul and not just like the 3D is all that matters. This also speaks of a deep spiritual bond between you and another person. So you might view this person as like a soulmate. And then with the Unfinished Symphony card, it suggests unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, and lack of closure, like the need to make amends. Loyal Heart. I mean, this is definitely a card of coupledom, right? Fidelity, loyalty, devotion. So let's see who is this person. On the back of the deck, when I was shuffling out that last bit, I got the Death card, the King of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, King of Cups. This person could have a lot of water or air in their chart. We're seeing Aquarius and Scorpio here. Doesn't have to be, but just a note. Who is this person? Who's this person about to take a leap of faith towards Sag? I'm being reminded again that I've been channeling an Adele song, Set Fire to the Rain. If you're not familiar, you might want to listen. It's pretty emotional. It talks about, well, that a relationship that really hurt her, okay? I guess this guy that she was with married somebody else anyway. But yeah, that song has been coming through. Who's this person? 5 of Cups. Well, somebody is sad about the loss of the relationship. Somebody's feeling it. Page of Cups, more water energy. This person could want to come in and apologize. The Emperor. Okay, what's this person gonna do towards Sag? Oh, 4 of Cups. Well, they're gonna pout some more. Okay. What's this person gonna do? 10 of Swords. So now we've seen this 10 of Swords card for this person twice. 9 of Wands with the Sun. getting irritated with this energy, I have to be honest. The Tower, again. Here's the Tower. Why is the Tower here? Come on. The King of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. Whoa, the Two of Wands. I feel like Spirit's been letting us know that this is what this energy, this person has been in. Or that it's going to take them a while to come in. Okay, let's just stop talking and pull some cards. Okay, Two of Wands, then what? What's this Tower? The Nine of Swords. Good Lord. Golly gosh and gee whiz, Sag. The Fool. There's that coming to the edge energy. The Fool. The Empress. Okay, well, they showed up as the Emperor, and now you're coming through as the Empress. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be a boss in your life, okay, with the Emperor. It just means that you are the counterpart energy to this person, I feel. Or that's how they're seeing you. And what they gonna do? Oh, the Lovers. The Nine of Pentacles. What? The Lovers with the Nine of Pentacles? Do better. Two of Cups I'm seeing. What are they gonna do? What do they want with Sag? The Ace of Wands. Well, they feel very passionate about you. They're very interested in you. They feel some kind of way towards you. But with the Nine of Pentacles, that's single energy. You know, that's, yes, I want to be comforted by Sag. I want to enjoy the good things with Sagittarius. But it doesn't necessarily mean like they want something with you for the long term. Okay. Five of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so they want like a way back in. They want a way back in. Anything else about this person? Come on. Okay, this person's under some tension. I have both Aries, Libra energy out. It says corset and slingshot. The corset is held together, boundaries, restrictions. Slingshot is tension, strain, sudden anxiety. Okay, yeah, we saw the Nine of Swords. This person is like, they're having some problems when it comes to you, okay? I'll say it that way. They're in their feels when it comes to you. They don't really know what to do. They don't. Dear John, rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, set boundaries, divorce, strained situation. It's not you, it's me. Okay. I don't know if that's towards you or towards another person or what is this? They might want to just write you a letter. What are they? Okay. Cake. Celebration, ceremony, party. It says anniversary, wedding, birthday. What do they want to write to? What do they want to say to Sag? What does this person want to say to Sag? Okay. It's time. It's time for chocolate, for travel, person of water. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody here was dealing with a person that has a lot of water in their chart. Okay, but it's time for satisfaction, perfection, love. It's time for travel. It's time to overcome, to rise up, to break free. And then we have the person of water. So they want something with you. They want something with Sag. Okay. Confirmation. I don't like that. Well, we have the card of lust here. Yeah, we see that. Intensity, sexual energy, non-committal. We saw that they have lust. Anything else? Confusion, puzzled, unsettled, unclear. This person's a little bit lost in the sauce, Sagittarius. They could go back and forth, kind of like vacillate between certainty and like, I don't know. Anything else? You know, this person could be like so lusty for you that they get confused. Resentment, concealing, and unspoken. There's a lot here about things being left unsaid, which goes back to this kind of like needing to make amends here. I feel like there's so many layers to whatever the situation is with you and this individual. Let's see, what would they say to you? What would this person say to Sag? I promise you, even though we shouldn't, I still want you. There could be something kind of like, what do you call it? Taboo. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? I feel like this person cares about what other people think. I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. Yeah, obviously. You're dealing with somebody here who is like wanting to come back around, but I don't know if they have what it takes. Okay, let me get some water. Let's get some advice for you from this deck here. Advice. Or actually, let's use this one. Can we get some advice for Sag dealing with this individual? Any day. This person's very nervous. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? On the back of it, it says yes. Don't overthink it. Just say yes. What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? What is it trying to tell you? Why don't we ask a tarot deck? What's the niggling feeling telling Sag about this person? Besides they're confused, they are scared, you have a lot to work out. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you about this person? Let's get the most clear message, please. Clear! Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. The Five of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Cannot paint the horse a different color. Alright. Knight of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. It's like if they've done it once, they'll do it again. The Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords. It seems to turn you into the Queen of Swords, which is like, being the Queen of Swords can be an asset in certain situations, but what this comes down to is like, not necessarily an open heart. This is like, I feel like I have to shut my heart chakra off from you. I have the King of Wands, the Two of Swords with Justice. It's like this person's indecision in taking leadership is, I don't know, however they approach the relationship that caused this betrayal, this abandonment, this just like ill will in between you. Well, I mean, it's like cause and effect. That is the cause and effect of their actions. And I feel like they might be a real slow mover in general. It's like, anything else? I feel like there's more there's something more about this, but I feel like this reading is already so long. Well, Nine of Wands. It just feels karmic, judgment. It feels like a karmic relationship. Two of Cups and the Hierophant over here on the side. I don't know. You know what I feel? I feel like this situation would require a great risk from you. Okay? How I'm seeing it as a higher perspective is that you have different options to take to move forward on your path. This could be one of them, but it's not necessarily one that's going to give you the kind of life that you want. It might just lead to more of the same of what you've already experienced with this person. Maybe you'll have an opportunity to make peace with them if you want it. But I feel like not investing in this person is probably a good idea. It's just like, with all these cards that came out, it just feels like such a letdown for you. You know what I mean? It just seems like somebody who wants to come back around because they see that you're doing well and they don't want you to move on from them. This relationship has taught you a lot. Okay, final word for Sag. from this deck here. There are things still up in the air with that connection. Just remember that energy is always changing. But when it comes to people's patterns, over time you will see who somebody is. You know? And if they've been a certain way with you, then there's a good chance they're going to continue to be that way if you let them back into your life without any like proof, positive, that they have changed, right? And I do believe people can change, and you know why? Because I have changed. But I've learned that not everybody does, not in certain fundamental ways. So, one final word for Sag. Sorry about the noise. Karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. What did we just say? Karmic relationship. Okay. Shall we read from the book just because it's the last card? The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive, second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? So maybe there's a soul lesson for you here, Sagittarius, about just being willing to hear somebody out and not need anything from them. You know what I mean? Maybe you have already reached the point where you're like, I don't really need this person in my life. Maybe you feel like you're mostly over it. Maybe it comes back from time to time, like it wells up and then it will, it'll come in like the tide and go back out, and you're like, you're not thinking about them for a while, but then one day you just start thinking about them again, something like that. And so maybe there is an opportunity to grow with each other through conflict if you want. It's always your own choice what sort of lessons you want to take on. But, also the chance that there will be a repeated karmic cycle if you do. So I hope that this was helpful. We really just got down into the nooks and crannies of this today. Let me know how it helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.